Hi, my name is Cam Smith with ISN and U Sports Production, reporting for Sunday, June the 17th from the 2022 District 7 Little League 11-12 Majors Finals from Ambassador Park, hosted by Lakehill Little League. July is a special time of the year for young baseball players from all around the world as they begin their journey through tournament play and the ultimate dream of playing in the Little League World Series at the Field of Dreams in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. This is a tournament like no other, and in this region it all starts here in the district finals, where the talented number 1 seed Layritz Little League will face the number 2 seed out of Central Saanich, with the winner moving on to play the Provincial Championships at Wally Little League. Both teams are loaded with talent, only losing 1 game each in tournament play, and look to continue their strong performance in today's final. The stage is set. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Layritz Central Saanich in the 2022 District 7 Finals. This is going to be a good one, folks. Play ball. Silas Shute would get the nod for Layritz, facing Tice Post, and he would just blow one by Post. And next up to bat for Central Saanich is Mooney. And Shute, he is just going to freeze Mooney in his tracks for the 3rd strike, the 2nd out of the inning. And then Theo Taylor, he would step up to the plate, and Shute would just throw a nasty pitch down. He just strikes out the side. That is a great start for this young man. And Jackson Squire on the mound for Central Saanich. He would face Colton Barnes, and Barnes would turn on this one nicely, but that is picked up beautifully by Tice Post for the 1st out of the inning. Then out of the 2-hole, Aiden Therian would step up to the plate, and he is going to rip this ball, and it's going to go to Tice Post again. He scoops that one up over to Coppinger. That is another great play by this young second baseman. And the next batter for Layritz is Dewey, and he is going to take the square ball. He's going to rip it out to left field. Oh, and it's just off of the glove of Fairbank, but he would hold him to a single on this play. He rebounded nicely on that. Runner at first, that is Will Meadows at the plate. He's going to rip this ball right to third baseman. That is Gear. Gear's going to get it over to first. Oh, and it just misses in the dirt. And over to third base is going to go Dewey. And over to second, heads up play is Will Meadows. Runners in scoring position, 2nd and 3rd. That is Shute, comes up to the plate, and he is going to turn, and guess what? Tice Post with another defensive gem from this young man. That's 3 outs right there. Oh, and Tice Post. Let's take a look at this pickup by Post again. That's textbook baseball. You know, this kid has been doing it all tournament. He's a beauty, and you gotta love it. And leading off for Central Saanich, that is Squire. Shute out of the stretch. Gonna put this one down. That ball is hitting. That's going right to Logan Grant. This young lady turns that nicely for the 1st out of the inning. And on the 1-2 count, Shute is just gonna paint the corner with this pitch, framed by Therian. That's for a strikeout on Nicholson. Then it is Gear's turn, and Shute is just gonna do much of the same with a beautiful pitch. Freezes Gear. That's for 2 strikeouts in the inning for the 3rd out for Layritz. Yeah, and leading off for Layritz, that is Logan Grant, and this young lady just rips this ball all the way out, but Mooney is there at center field. That's a lot of contact on that ball. A great play by Mooney for the 1st out of the inning. Nelson would line out, Militello would walk, and this is Maddox Smith, and you got to drive this ball right to Tice Post. Again, this young man just continues to get these outs for Central Saanich. Top of the 3rd, Naismith up the bat for Central Saanich. And Shute would continue to throw that ball. Just painted the outside corner a little low. I'll tell you what, he is having a day today. Then Shute is just going to rear back and just blow one by Fairbank. That is a heater there, and that's for the 2nd out of the inning. And Coppinger, she would step up to the plate, and Shute would just blow one by her for the 3rd out of the inning. Shute strikes out the side. This scoreless ball game. Let's take a look at this one again. Shute has full command of his pitches today. Just blistering fastball. That is a great pitch. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Barnes would take a free pass, and then Therian would do the same. And that would prompt a pitching changeup for the Central Saanich squad. That's Brendan Gear coming in relief. Runners would move over to 2nd and 3rd on a pass ball. That's Dewey at the plate in a scoreless game. He's going to rip a ball right past Nicholson, and one runner is going to score on this. Therian to third, and that is a long single right there for Dewey. Then Meadows steps up to the plate. Meadows is going to take this gear offering, and he is going to drive the ball right to second baseman Tice Post. Is going to take the sure out on this play, but a runner will score. Therian in 2-0 Layritz early on in this ball game. Runner at second, and after a long battle at the plate, Shoot is going to drive this ball, and that is Post again with the great throw. Coppinger with the stretch. That is going to move Dewey over to third base. Runner in scoring position, Logan Grant up to the plate. Gear would wind up, throw the pitch, and that is Grant right over to Coppinger with a nice scoop for the third out. That's a great tag heads-up play, but not before Layritz would put 2 on the board. 2-0 Layritz, top of the fourth inning. Bannister at the plate, and that is a nasty pitch right there by Shoot for the strikeout, first out of the inning. Then Mooney would try and solve Shoot, who's got a no-hitter going through 4, and he is going to drive this ball the opposite way and put one right in. That's a beautiful hit right there. That's a long single for Mooney. Then Taylor would drive this ball right over to Dewey. Dewey trying to turn the double play over to Logan Grant. Grant over to first base. That was close. Got Mooney at second. Safe at first base is Taylor. And Squire next up for Central Saanich. And Shoot is going to deliver this ball and go in the opposite way right to Maddox. In for the third out of the inning. And that takes care of business right there. Heading to the bottom of the fourth. And in the bottom of the fourth, leading off, it's Dolan. Dolan's going to absolutely turn on this ball. That's a gapper. It's going to go right to the wall. And I'll tell you what, Dolan is rounding first, and he's going to go all the way to second and stand-up double. What a way to start this inning off. And Oliver Bird's turn for this Layritz squad, and he is going to hit this ball right to Mickelson. Mickelson with a heads-up play. He tags out the runner for the first out of the inning. That is a beauty right there. Then Seamus Taylor. That is a runner at first base. He's going to hit this ball deep the opposite way. But there is Fairbank with a great catch. He's going to hold a runner at first base. That's 2 outs in the inning. Then Barnes at the plate, and he is going to take this gear offering, and he is just going to drive it out to center field. It is going to drop in for the base hit. Bird's going to go all the way over to third. To second goes Barnes. Second and third with 2 outs. Then Gear is facing Therian. This is a dangerous young hitter, and he just digs one right out, and he'll drive it out to right field. That is going to score a run. Therian all the way over to second with the RBI. We got runners at second and third, 2 out, 3-0 Layritz. Then Dewey at the plate, and he is absolutely going to turn on this ball and drive the ball right up the middle. That is going to score 2 more for Layritz. They're keeping this 2-out rally going 5-0. The bottom of the fourth inning. Dewey in with a stand-up double. That's a great hit there, young man. Then Will Meadows is at the plate. Renner at second base. Gear in the windup. He releases, and Will Meadows is going to take this right over to Mickelson with a nice grab. He's going all the way over to first base. Oh, and he overthrows it. Dewey will score on the play, and Meadows alertly moves over to second on the error. Meadows over to third on a pass ball. There's a Shoot at the plate. He's going to drive this ball all the way out to right field. That is going to score Meadows. That's an RBI for Shoot. And I'll tell you what, that is 7-0 right now for this Layritz squad as they got a rally going. And then 2 outs. That is Doral with runner at first base, and he is going to drive this ball. That is going right to post with a nice slide in the grab. Right over to Coppinger for the third out inning. Stop the bleeding, but not before 6 unanswered runs for this Layritz squad heading to the top of the fifth. And Mickelson would lead things off the top of the fifth, but that is Shoot with a low and away pitch and a swing and a miss. That has been his pitch all day. And then Brendan Gear would stop up and look again. Shoot the same pitch, a swing and a miss. That is a nasty pitch for the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 11 for Shoot. Simonson would be hit by a pitch and then move over to second on a wild pitch. And then Aiden Jack is going to step up to the plate. He's going to go the opposite way, and this is just a can of corn. It's going to drop in, and that's going to be for the base hit. And move it over to third base to Simonson. We got runner in scoring position for the Central Saanich squad. Then Tyler Johnson up to bat with runners at the corner. Shoot is going to come out of the stretch, and he is going to fire this ball right past Johnson for the third out of the inning. And I'll tell you what, that is number 12 Ks for this Mr. Shoot. He is pitching a gem today. Top of the fifth, and Naismith is going to come in and relief for the Central Saanich squad. And the first batter he is going to face is Dolan. And Naismith with the pitch. Dolan gets around on this, and this right on the post. And Post, the sure-handed second base, but just misses on that one. That's a rarity. He is having such a good game at second, I'll tell you. And in at first is Dolan on a way to lead it off. Then Bird is going to step up to the plate, and he's going to take this Naismith offer, and he's just going to drive it out to left field. That is a beautiful hit right there. That is a long single. Into second goes Dolan. First and second, nobody out. Layritz, the bottom of the 5th inning. Trey Lohr would walk, and that would load the bases for Barnes, and Barnes would step up to the plate, and he's going to absolutely drive this ball over everybody's head, right to the fence. One hopper to the fence. 2 runs are going to score on the play, and in the second with a stand-up double is Barnes. Runner to third. That is a beautiful hit right there, young man. That will make the score 9-0. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Then Aiden Therian, he is going to absolutely drive this ball. That goes right out into left field. Just miss, and that is going to score another run. Put Layritz up 10-0. That will end the ball game here. 2022 District 7 Majors champion is in Layritz Little League. They will move on to Wally and play for the Provincials. What a game. What a game by this whole squad. There was some great hitting, good defense, and shoot, just pitched lights out. 12 Ks on the day. We caught up with Silas Shute and Aiden Therian for their thoughts on the game.
Tell me about this game. Like, you pitched a gem today. I believe you had 12 strikeouts. Like, you guys worked together on that. How was his command of his pitches today?
Really good.
Yeah, really good. Expand on that. Like, what did you see? Like, you're part of that.
There wasn't much in the dirt. There was like 12 Ks, couple looking.
It was a tight game until that 4th inning when you guys broke it open. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
It was close to really good. Yeah.
What did you see?
We just hit our pitchers well. And, yeah, we just had a really good game.
Tell me about this coaching staff and, putting all together this year. It's been it's pretty good. You guys seem like a really tight-knit group. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's been good. They're really nice, and they've just pretty much taught us a lot, and we've been doing lots of practicing.
You're going back for your second time, but first time in majors, right?
Yeah.
I think you've been there
Last year.
So tell me about that experience and what you're looking forward over there.
They're tough teams over there. They're really good, and you have to bring your A game.
We also caught up with a very versatile player on this Layritz team, Logan Grant. I'll tell you what, she comes to play every game. I seen her play last year, and this year it's the same thing. Run hard, play hard, defense, hit hard. It's special, and it's really fun to watch.
It was great, yeah. We played them before, and it was a closer game. I think we really were hitting today well, and everybody was hitting hard.
Awesome.
I think it was really good.
Awesome.
Our pitching was really good too.
Being a girl in the sport, it's really important, and I think that you have displayed that you not only belong here, you excel here. And just tell me about that feeling of being a part of a team, because it's just basically being part of a team. Tell me about it.
It's great, and it really feels like I belong here. Really, they include me in everything and that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lastly, your coaching. Tell me about your coaching this year. You guys got a good team.
Yeah, I love them. My coaching last year and everybody that helped. So yeah, like warm-ups and everything like that.
Yeah, we brought him in early. It was nice to get the home field advantage there, so that we get him on the mound first. And once he was dialed in on those first 3 hitters, we kind of knew that's the way the game was going to go.
Well, and it did, didn't it?
Yes.
It just rode, and all of a sudden that 4th inning comes around, and you guys broke it open. The bats just came out. Like, you hit the ball hard, but they got a great defense. Tell me about what you saw.
Yeah, they had. So our first 9 hitters all made contact with their pitcher, but they made great defensive plays, and I kind of knew it's just a matter of time before we could start finding some gaps there and really getting some people on base there.
You get roasted.
Fair enough.
Tell me about this team. Like, how is this team? Like, it's the whole process. Put together a team, select a team, and now to come to fruition and winning districts. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, it's fun to get to this point. It was a lot of work early to pick a team. There's cuts to be made, which was a really hard thing to do as a coach. And then once you get the 13 players that you're going to work with, it's a lot of fun now, and now we get to start playing the games. This is where the fun comes. Yeah, next step going to Vancouver. We have 4 returning players from last year that made it to that, and we took 2nd place last year. So they're looking forward to getting back there and trying to do that again and get to a semifinal. And for these kids, I mean, Little League is something you grow up playing and loving, and just to play at this level is very proud.
That's well said, Coach. And, you know, just to get the opportunity as a young player to play at this level, it's special for the rest of their lives. You know, you got to tip your hats to this Central Saanich team. That is some great defense. You know, they played so well throughout this tournament, and it was tight throughout this game until that 4th inning when it got opened up. But, you know, Layritz is your champion, and they're moving on to Provincials, and you got to love that. We got to cheer them on. Let's get out in the community. Let's support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with ISN. This has been a U Sports production. Thank you for tuning in. We'll leave you with some sights and sound from the closing ceremonies. See you on the field.
Head coach Randy Hess. And last but not least, the one and only Q Smith.